Join me right now on Kumite Radio, Javier Trujillo. You'll be co-main event at FMD 16 in Bangkok, Thailand, taking on Daniel Kerr. What's going on, Javier?
Not much, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. You're only a couple weeks out. How excited are you to finally get back in there after a frustrating time trying to get fights, man?
Finally, man. I mean, it's gonna be a complete year, dude, since I've stepped into the cage. Obviously for me, wanting to be an active competitor, having the year off wasn't ideal. But I mean, I didn't waste the time. I took a lot of time to train. Obviously, like when we talked about last time, I got to train at 10th Planet, got to train with Nathan Orchard, and really polish up my jiu-jitsu skills. And training at Elite, I got guys like Trainer Gay, and then obviously Zita Akuma helping me with the Muay Thai. So I feel like as a fighter, I've grown tremendously. Obviously I lost, but a loss is a good investment, and that's what I took the time to do this last year, was build those gaps in my game.
Many are dubbing this as the Battle of Bangkok. What is the story behind that title?
So the story behind it is because Daniel Kerr is going to be training at a fight lab, but we're going to be representing the gym, and that's where he's been getting ready with his jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So they wanted to basically call a Battle of Bangkok because me running Elite and representing that program, they wanted to see who's going to have the better welterweight, obviously, at the fight. So dub why it's going to be the Battle of Bangkok, to see what gym is a little bit better.
All right, let's talk about your training camp. What is the schedule like for you?
Schedule like right now is Monday through Thursday. I train for about an hour and a half of my own training. Obviously, in between that, I'm teaching classes. So for this camp, man, I've had to learn how to manage my energy a little bit better, so that way I can give a good quality class at the same time, like making the most out of my training. So between that and then on the weekends, I usually either go to another gym to roll, or I go to another gym to train some Muay Thai sparring. And that's kind of been the protocol, man.
Are you utilizing any, technology for this camp, cryo chambers or anything like that?
No, I mean, the only thing I'm still using is the float tank. I use that for recovery, use it to kind of relax myself. Other than that, I would say I'm just using a new training method called functional range conditioning. It's just like a mobility thing where it's like you're trying to find strength at the end range of all your joints and ligaments. And that's just been helping me out with like recovery, especially like I said, like last year I had a few injuries getting racked up just because I was competing I fought 3 times, and then I did a few jiu-jitsu tournaments in between it. So like the injuries kind of started to rack up. So like I said, I mean, the year off sucked, but the year off like took a lot of time to heal some shit up,
Your opponent, Daniel Kerr, he is somewhat of an unknown. What do you know about him?
I mean, I would say he's unknown in the MMA circuit, but for the Muay Thai circuit, he's a pretty well-known guy. I mean, he's fought a lot of top Thais. He's fought a lot, John Wayne Parr back in, I think, like 2014, 2015 or something like that. So he's been around in the Muay Thai scene in Thailand for a long time. So, I mean, coming with that, he's obviously going to be a Muay Thai specialist. I think I just got to focus on, he's going to have, obviously, his kicking, like he's going to have good kicks. He also comes from a Taekwondo background, so he throws a lot of spinning wheel kicks, a lot of like axe kicks, a lot of unorthodox stuff you're not going to see from a normal Muay Thai fighter. And then obviously a clinching game. When I started studying some film, he can knock some dudes out from elbow range. So just trying to learn how to nullify the clinch and just kind of take them into my world has been the key,
FMD, they have a small cage. The rule set is unique, and it encourages a fast-paced and exciting fight. What advantage do you see for yourself in that environment?
I think that small cage, man, helps out the grappler tremendously because for the striker, he runs out of footwork pretty quickly, especially if he's backing up, and we end up on that cage. So being able to take him down off the cage, being from like a camp back in California where my coach used to be from AKA, so like they're notoriously known for using the cage, beating up guys and taking them down with it. So I'm prepared. I feel like FMD, their style, their rule set and their style is like is made for me, man. I'm a fast-paced guy, and I like to make you sprint with me and see if you can catch up,
when you lay your head down and visualize the fight, how do you see this going down?
I see this going down like me just trying to pressure him forward. I've noticed that he has a lot of hard time when he's moving backwards. So just pressuring him forward, focusing on using my boxing, my hands. I feel like I can constantly threaten with that and my takedown. So that's what's kind of nice about being the grappler is that I can constantly threaten with the takedown using level changes and come up top with using the power of my hands, dude. I mean, everybody knows I can knock guys out. So I can constantly threaten with that and then eventually get into the ground. And honestly, man, I want to make him hurt. You know, I spent a year out. So if we get on the ground, I'm gonna hurt him like the Khabib style, dude. Hold him down, talk a little trash, and then eventually get the sub when he doesn't want anymore.
In the nightclub environment, when you step into the cage, do you feel the energy from the crowd, or do you block that out during the exchanges?
During the fight, I block it out, but obviously the build up to it is fun. I mean, like I told you, like guys like John, you know, he's a great entertainer, great host. He like builds and ramps up the crowd, and especially since I want to be the later fights, everybody has a few little beers in them, so the energy gets a little crazy. But man, it's a crazy feeling because you're down there getting warmed up in the basement. You can kind of hear the music going, you can hear everybody screaming, and you know, usually somebody got the fights running, so like that. The anticipation is always like where I feel it the most. But man, once the walk out and once that cage closes, dude, it's just focusing on him, man. I don't see nothing else.
FMD 16, it will be broadcasted on Fox Sports Asia, which is a huge platform for you. It's a great opportunity to get your face out there, to kind of have people notice how good you are. Do you consider this like the biggest opportunity you have had so far?
Yeah, absolutely, man. To be on Fox Sports is huge, and I mean, finally to have like a major platform where all these major promotions can see what I can do. Obviously, you know, I'm a top level fighter out here in Asia, and man, I'm just excited, dude. Like you said, the opportunity is there, and I'm ready. I'm willing to take it. You know.
All right, man. November 3rd, Bangkok, Thailand. Full Metal Dojo 16, co-main event. Javier Trujillo will take on Daniel Kerr. Thanks, Javier, for your time. And of course, man, it's always good to talk to you.
Right on, brother. Yeah, it's always good to talk to you, man.